So, Kamya, we've just finished 3 days of meditation, 3 days of satsang.
Yeah.
How's it been for you?
It's been wonderful. I guess I'm here at the ashram after a very long time. And all these sessions were very intense and deep, I would say. And I had a wonderful, wonderful time staying at Kanha. And I feel very refreshed and rejuvenated after all the 5 sessions.
So, let me introduce Kamya to everybody. Kamya is an actress and she's currently based in Mumbai. So, Kamya, could you tell us about your work, what you've done, and how did you get interested in acting?
Yes, absolutely. I always wanted to be an actor, being a kid. I have been one of those kids who really get fascinated by seeing the entertainment industry, I would say. So that was my goal. And I started off as a model when I was 18, 19. I was doing my graduation in Delhi from Delhi University. And I guess after doing modeling for 2, 3 years, I decided to get into acting. And I did my first movie in the Malayalam industry. That's called Alice in Panchali Nadu. That was my debut film. And recently I've done another movie with the Ashtavinayak Productions. It's a decent production house in Bombay with Shreyas Talpade and Ada Sharma as lead. And it would be coming up on Amazon Prime probably by the end of this year.
Oh, nice. What's it called?
It's called Girgit.
Girgit.
Yes.
So, Girgit is, I think, the chameleon that changes color.
Yes, that's true.
Girgit ki tarah rang badal rahe ho. That's what he say.
Bilkul. That's what
But acting is a little bit like that, na? आपको रंग बदलने पड़ते हैं for different
Absolutely.
characters and all that.
That's true. I feel her character, you know, I mean, yeah, that's true.
You have
You have to change your colors according
So,
to
is
the
there a
character.
favorite kind of character you like to play? मतलब जो आपको लगता है कि I identify with this character and I want to get into this kind of role.
Honestly, I haven't been able to figure out that genre yet. But anything which excites me, like, when you go through the synopsis, when you go through the script, there's something you feel that I can feel some sort of connectivity with this specific character, and I
Sure.
would really want to take it ahead. So
Sure.
वो फीलिंग ज़रूर आती है, but I wouldn't say कि genre specify कर पाई हूँ मैं अभी तक. I hope मैं बहुत जल्द कर पाऊँ. But yeah, that is it for now.
So you're open to playing all sorts
Open
of.
to play all sorts of roles. If I'm getting that feeling, if
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah,
if I'm
yeah.
feeling that okay, I guess this is something which I should go ahead with, and intuition बोल रही होती है, so I go ahead with it.
And as you very rightly said, yeah, especially in India, we guys really love our entertainment and we
Yes.
love our movies. We love,
Yes.
I mean, South Indian cinema is a whole different
It is.
ball game. You started with a Malayalam movie. Malayalam movies, I've seen they're very cerebral. They are sometimes very mature themes. They are sometimes very thoughtful topics
Yes.
that they. But everybody kind of gets involved. I mean, even in North India, it's such a passion for cinema.
It's a celebration, I would say.
Huh.
That people they are quite.
Yeah.
They are.
And we associate times in our life with certain movies, कि ये मूवी हमने तब देखी थी, तब ये करा था. तो आपके लिए कैसा था कि which was that one movie which sparked your fascination with cinema?
I wouldn't say there was any one specific movie.
Huh.
It's just the amalgamation of everything.
I think we can actually classify ourselves as generations, I call myself the Sholay generation perhaps because हम लोगों ने बचपन में शोले इतनी बार
देखी है, बिल्कुल.
40 बार repeat पे we
Repeat
remembered
पे
every
देखी.
dialogue.
Yeah.
And before kind of
Yeah.
the dialogue came, we would repeat it, and
Yeah,
all
I
of
get
us
it.
had it.
I get
So
it.
what generation are you? Which
Kabhi
was that?
Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Oh.
K3D generation. I've been that kid who has watched K3D quite a lot of times.
Wow,
Although
nice.
The industry has changed now. I mean,
Yeah.
audience has become more mature and
Sure.
they prefer to watch more realistic things. So वो time तो नहीं रहे के.
Favorite character in Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum?
Favorite. Shadak was the favorite character.
course,
Yeah,
of
he was
course.
wonderful. He was so good and so effortless.
Yeah.
I loved him, and I mean, yeah, I mean, he did a fabulous job in K3G.
And apart from films, what other stuff interests you?
So, I'm a trained classical Bharatanatyam dancer. I've done
Oh,
a
wow.
5-year degree in Bharatanatyam and still left with my masters because of my acting thing. I'm not able to kind of take out time from my schedule for Bharatanatyam. I have to complete my masters. I've promised myself that within 3 years I'm going to get back to it. And I love to travel. मेरे को trips plan करना नहीं पसंद. I really like to be adventurous. के मन करा निकलने का. I'll pack my bags and I'll leave.
Oh, nice.
I don't know
So
किधर.
spontaneous.
Spontaneous, very spontaneous. कहीं तो जाऊंगी.
So favorite holiday destination क्या है आपका?
एक destination नहीं है, but पहाड़ों पर जाना बहुत पसंद है.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा.
Anything that which would rejuvenate me. Peaceful places mostly. Not I'm not I prefer to I do not prefer very loud places.
Sure, sure.
So
So
yeah.
speaking about peace, we are at Kanha Shanti Vanam.
Yes.
What and you were saying आपने बहुत सालों बाद आप यहाँ आई हो.
Almost
आपको
3-4 years.
कितना फर्क लगता है ये?
Um, I feel in 3-4 सालों में काफ़ी नई चीज़ें आ गई हैं. But if I talk about the energies, it was still peaceful 3-4 years back. It was still the same
Sure.
for me.
Sure.
और मैं तो I guess surrounding में बड़ी हुई हूँ. I remember accompanying my mother for all the bhandaras for Chari ji. I've been very attached to Chari ji. I know. I used to cry जब जाते थे वो गाड़ी में मुझे भी जाने में. Mother, she still tells me these small little things.
Wow.
So, yeah, I feel it's the same. बस construction और हो गई है.
हाँ,
And
of
it's
course
become
it's
better.
greener.
Greenery और बढ़ गई है.
हाँ.
More greener. But it's getting better day by day. But पहले भी बहुत अच्छा था. अब भी बहुत अच्छा ही है.
So how did you get to meet Chariji? When did your association with Chariji start?
I was a kid. I do not remember a lot of things honestly.
And your parents were.
My mother has been a part of the organization from
Oh.
last 16-17 years. She
Wow.
has been
Wow.
meditating.
And you were growing up in Delhi this time.
Yes, I was growing up in Delhi. So, yeah, I mean, I've been very attached to my mom. तो मैं कभी भी छोड़ती नहीं थी उनको. तो मुझे चिल्ड्रन सेंटर में छोड़ के मेडिटेशन के लिए जाती थी.
Yes, yes, yes.
And yeah, I've grown up. Yeah, I remember बचपन में I used to be really excited for the Bhandara, especially Chari ji's birthday. And एक छोटा सा incident याद है. She promised me that we'll go to Satkol.
Okay.
There was a small function, and then because of something उनको ऑफिस से छुट्टी नहीं मिली या कुछ, तो she lied to me that registration full हो गई है इसीलिए हम जा नहीं पा रहे. Later on I got to know that that wasn't the case. And I literally, I remember I cried a lot that you lied to me because for some reason I don't know, I had that attachment with Chari ji. So yeah, that's a small.
So Satkul, then did you ever end
I
up going to?
couldn't. No.
Oh, you haven't still
Now
gone to
I am
Satkul. So
planning.
that is
I've
something in the
never.
future.
I should really, and any which ways I love mountains and I love. So I'll surely plan to go to Satkol.
Yeah,
really
because Satkul is
soon.
it's very different from Kana Shanti Vanam. It's small, of course. It's much smaller, but it is quiet. It is very quiet, and I think if you do make a trip there, it will be very rewarding. It'll be very. See, now we're right here in the middle of the bus stand. We can actually see the people are leaving, and buses are here to take people out. How is it meditating with 20,000 people? I mean. I sent somebody a video the other day. We were up on the roof taking some footage and all, and I sent somebody a video, and that's when the meditation was going on. And he said, "Man, I can't believe that these many people can remain quiet,
Oh God.
because you could hear like maybe just one person coughing or something like that." What does it feel like to you? After the bustle and glamour of Bombay. Bombay is a city that was always moving. पहली बार जब दिल्ली वालों को बड़ा शौक लगता है क्योंकि दिल्ली वाले सो जाते हैं हम लोग 12-12 बजे. इट्स लाइक लेट नाइट,
That's
1 बजे
true.
लेट नाइट.
Late night. But
बट
Bombay
वहाँ तो
में
1
12
बजे
बजे
छोटे
ये
छोटे
तो
बच्चे
it's
मरीन ड्राइव
normal.
पे घूम रहे हैं.
Yeah.
सो इट्स अ रियल.
If I compare it to Delhi, it's a safer city.
श्योर.
It's a really safer city, especially for women.
ये बहुत पॉलिटिकली इनकरेक्ट चीज बोल रही हो आप, बट ठीक है. इट्स नाइस
True.
बट इट्स
That
ट्रू.
is, that
बट
is.
इट्स द ट्रूथ.
I agree to what you're saying, but yeah, that's something as a girl I felt that
या
in,
यू
in
डू
last
फील.
1 year being in Bombay that it's a
Sure,
It
you
is a
do feel safe, and
safer city.
you don't feel threatened going out even at 2
Exactly.
a.m.
At
and
any point you feel like stepping out, you can stepping out
sure,
without thinking twice.
sure,
Unlike Delhi.
sure.
So yeah, बॉम्बे की फास्ट लाइफ से थोड़े टाइम का ब्रेक चाहिए था and obviously it was Daji's birthday and I'm glad I could really plan this trip. I booked my tickets at the end moment
Wow,
for
as you
4 days.
always,
For
आपने कहा spontaneous
I'm
आपको
very
पसंद.
spontaneous. Yeah,
हाँ,
I don't like to plan things. My mother
हाँ,
has been after me that you should go there this time at least.
हाँ.
I was like, I'll see Mama. I'll see if I'll feel like I'll surely go. So on 23rd, I booked my flights, and I'm really glad that I could make it this time, and I can feel the change. I'm not able to sum up everything as of now. I feel मेरे को right words नहीं मिलेंगे to sum it up how my experience has
Sure.
been in last 3 days because it was so intense. I'm still figuring it out, but there is a huge difference when you meditate with just one perceptor or alone at your home and when you meditate in such a large group. So, yeah, the meditations were really intense and deep if I compare it to the
Sure,
ones.
sure. Some people also concerned about how what the living conditions are like. You know, when they think of a place with 20,000 people, that must be
Yeah.
really difficult to kind
Yeah.
of stay.
Yeah.
And staying and then there's also the heat. It's not. It's it's quite warm in the
Yeah.
daytime. So how did you manage that? Was that okay, or were you
It
uncomfortable?
was perfectly fine. It was perfectly fine, and it's very hygienic. The dorms are very hygienic. The washrooms are very hygienic. मैंने थोड़ी सी भी कहीं पे गंदगी नहीं देखी. And that's how it is. No, let's just take the responsibility for to keep our surroundings, our things clean, and we can make it a better place.
So,
So
is there any particular kind of people who come to these gatherings? What kind of people did you meet here? Is there
everybody, people from all across the world, I would say. They're all the I met different people here.
nice? Nice. So, how easy is it to be meditating and also being part of an industry which is notorious with its timings, with its work schedules, which can be very hard, you know?
I know.
I mean, when you're in a shoot schedule, you can be really
Yeah.
like there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
fixed time.
Yeah,
A
there's no
shift
fixed
can
time.
carry on.
Yeah.
One shift becomes two
Two
shifts,
shifts. That's true.
and तो कैसे मैनेज करते हो आप?
Uh, हो जाता है manage. I feel when you plan to do something, you really, you know, this is something which I always wanted to be a part of it. I really love my job. I really cherish every day. Even if I have to record like 10 auditions and I get rejected for all the 10 auditions, I still love it because the process when you record the audition, it's still a step to move forward, right? So I feel whenever you take up a career, which you've always wanted to do, uh, कोई भी चीज़ problematic नहीं लगती है. You cherish and you start enjoying the everything about it, I would say.
So yeah, this is lovely what you're saying, because I think a lot of people have, and especially a lot of youngsters
Yeah.
these days,
Yeah.
have issues with handling rejection.
Yeah.
I mean, so you say you sometimes get rejected at
A
auditions.
lot of times, not sometimes. I would say
Wow.
an actor's life is like 99% of the times you'll be rejected, and just the 1% you'd be
Uh,
approved till the time you make it till a certain extent.
sure, sure. So how do you handle that? What tips do you have for people, for young people who may be facing
To
rejection?
have faith in yourself, to have that belief that I have to do this. If I'm working hard on this thing, तो शायद कोई चीज़ है नहीं जो मुझे रोक पाएगी, right? To sit with yourself and ask yourself, is this the thing which I want to do? Like, are you sure like यही करना है? And once you decide, then don't look back. Just keep moving ahead and मेहनत का फल तो मिलता ही है.
And does meditation help in any way?
It does help. It does help to keep your mind relaxed, to find that center within yourself, and eventually to realize that nothing really matters, to see life from a bigger perspective. छोटी छोटी चीज़ें उतना hurt नहीं करती हैं once you start seeing it as a whole and a bigger thing. So it does help, and obviously, as you had mentioned, it's a, you know, being a part of the entertainment industry, you have to meet a lot of people on a
Sure,
daily
sure,
basis,
sure.
and हर तरह के लोग मिलेंगे आपको. But again, you have to keep yourself aligned that I shouldn't be affected by the externalities. When you are, you know, जब वो center ढूंढ लेते हैं, and when you're aligned, I feel इतना affect नहीं कर पाती है बाहर की चीजें. You'll
Sure.
be happy from within that. Okay, let it be. I'm happy and I'm peaceful.
Yeah, as you said, like, and a lot of times the stories you hear are the worst stories actually,
Yeah.
because the good stories no one tells that much, you know.
Exactly, right?
I mean,
Everybody will
in fact, there was a news channel that I was
yes.
working with, and one of the producers there
All
had
right.
this idea कि हमें एक program करना चाहिए जहाँ सिर्फ हम positive news दिखाएं, because there's so much negativity all around
Exactly.
कि अच्छी खबर भी होती है. ये कॉन्सेप्ट ही हम भूल गए हैं. हमें खबर वही होती है जो
जो बुरी.
you know.
So, and again, I feel why to focus on the back
So what's the
on the.
good side of the film industry? Who are the best people you've met?
I would say most of the people I've met, they're wonderful. Second thing I feel is it's always about how you are towards the other people. If you
Sure.
are good, no matter what, they'll also be good to you. So जैसे आप बता रहे हैं स्टोरीज, जब मैं इंडस्ट्री का पार्ट नहीं थी मैंने भी बहुत सुनी थी, बट व्हेन आई एंटर्ड आई वाज लाइक इट्स नॉट दैट बैड. इतना बुरा नहीं है यार. मतलब जितना स्टूडेंट टू माय मॉम दैट ममा आई मेट दिस एंड आई मेट दैट एंड सो या आई मीन आई वुड से मेरे को तो सब अच्छे ही लोग मिले हैं.
Wow.
मुझे मेरा कोई बहुत बुरा एक्सपीरियंस, आई एम लकी आई वुड से टचवुड बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस, बहुत बुरा एक्सपीरियंस तो कभी भी नहीं हुआ है.
That's lovely. So, mother को थोड़ा apprehension हुआ होगा, but
For
now she's
sure, for sure. Initially, my parents, they weren't very happy with the decision. Like, choti hai abhi to, she might just,
हाँ.
you know, decide that she doesn't want to be a part of the industry. You know, once she should grow up. But then, उन्हें
Alternate.
reality hit करी
Wow.
कि नहीं ये.
Alternate career options नहीं suggest किए.
उन्होंने बहुत कोशिश करी, but मुझे पता था कि मुझे एक ही चीज करनी है.
Nice.
I was sure about myself that I know I'll make it.
Fix your goal and
Fix
rest
your
not.
goal and yeah, exactly.
Nice.
जब दिल बोल रहा है करो तो करो यार.
Nice, nice, nice. So, what are your favorite films, Kamya? Since you're so involved in the industry, we must know. सबसे favorite films.
सबसे favorite film.
One choose करना तो I think जाती हो जाएगी. Three.
Tough.
चलो, we'll top three.
I'm a big time Veer Zara fan.
Listen, I love Veer Zara. I love that movie because Kaidi number 786
I am a big
is one of my
time.
favorite dialogues.
I'm a big time Veer Zara fan, I
And
would
the
say.
irony of Kaidi number 786 being the guy who gets later,
Yeah.
finally gets
Yeah.
the good fortune.
Yeah,
By
absolutely.
virtue of his, he has God's number with him. So
Yeah.
that's an
So
intense
it
movie.
is one of my favorites. Also, I feel जब एक actor or the entire team, you know, जब वो बहुत ही मन से effort put in करते हैं to make it, the audience
Yeah.
can feel the emotion, and when you're able to feel the emotion, I feel that's when they've
Yeah.
done their job. And I could really feel I could really feel the emotions while watching.
It also has Amitabh Bachchan in a cameo,
Exactly.
which is a very lovable cameo.
Exactly.
And it's quite a film. You know, the thing is, mainstream cinema ko bahut, we don't take seriously sometimes. You know, we consider it as fluff and things like that. And artistic cinema, Anand who's filming us, he's a big time into art cinema, into cinema as an art sort of thing. So, but do you think that mainstream cinema also has a role to play in people's lives? What does it bring to people's
It
lives?
does, yeah. I would say जो देखते हैं सीखते हैं और कहीं ना कहीं ब्रेन पे भी काफी हद तक उसका इम्पैक्ट बहुत पड़ता है. Like I know if I'm watching any movie जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ क्राइम है या
हाँ.
you know तो कुछ घंटे तक मैं ड्रेन आउट रहूंगी बिकॉज देखा है वो चीज़ दो ढाई कर, तो वो ब्रेन पे भी काफी काफी डीपली इम्पैक्ट करती है चीज़. So this is one thing, like you asked the movies you'd want to be a part of. Anything which has the right message for the audience.
Sure.
Right? I would never want to take up any movie in future just for the sake of money. If it doesn't has the right message for the audience, I might just would want to let it go. Because before everything, I feel as an artist, uh, you have the responsibility to portray the right content because there are so many people out there who are looking up to you and who are being influenced by you, right? So you should take that pretty seriously. There are so many people जो शायद कुछ सीख रहे हैं मुझसे देख के.
Sure.
So I might, I would never want to take up any project in future which I feel doesn't has the right message for the youth and for the audience. So anything which, you know, brings the right message and जिससे audience पे सही तरह का impact होगा.
But
That is
आजकल
something.
तो net series का ज़माना है, and all
Yeah.
the net series, a majority of them
Yeah.
are kind of dark, you know.
They are.
And they have their place. I mean,
Yes.
they have their place in the entertainment
Yeah.
thing. But I think the entertainment industry as a whole has moved away from that, you know, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, Veer Zara.
Exactly, to more realistic approach.
And a lot of times we think that those movies are kind of not serious. And but as a person from the industry, perhaps you can tell us how much hard work and how much team effort actually goes into making something like a Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum or a Veer Zara. It is a well-crafted film. To make a well-crafted film, what is the kind of effort you need?
मेहनत तो बहुत लगती है सर. चाहे वो एक छोटा सा एड ही क्यों ना हो, और अ वेब फिल्म और अ फीचर फिल्म, आई वुड से छोटे से छोटा प्रोजेक्ट और बड़े से बड़े प्रोजेक्ट में you have to put in a lot of efforts. Be the pre-production, then the shoot happens, the prep for the shoot, and then the post-production, and then the release. So it is quite, you know, you have to put in a lot of efforts. और हर किसी का contribution is very important. Be the director, producer, the ADs, the DAs, the spot
Spot boys are very
team, the true that, the yeah, cinematography team, and so yeah, मेहनत तो काफी लगती है.
nice. And what could you tell us about the kind of message you'd like to give to people about the entertainment? There's a lot of young people who have want to be part of the entertainment. What is the best way to start? कैसे शुरू करें? उनके parents उनसे कहेंगे नहीं engineering करो, doctor बनो, कुछ professional करो, business
One thing
management.
as a side by thing for sure. Like, I completed my graduation. My parents, they were very specific that till the time you don't have your graduation degree, we might not be happy if you plan to shift to Bombay. So that was the basic thing. Make sure that you have your basic, you're done with your basic education at least, and you can try to manage your studies and the acting or the modeling thing side by side. You try to balance it out and see how it goes for you. Like, if you're still getting that thing from within, it's working out really well for me. I'm doing well, and you know, results dikh rahe hain. Go ahead with it. Ask yourself, sit with yourself. Is this something which I really want to do? और ट्राई करने में तो कोई हर्ज नहीं है. यू नेवर नो. आई हैव सो मेनी फ्रेंड्स जिन्होंने कभी सोचा ही नहीं था कि वो एक्टर बनेंगे, एंड दे डूइंग रियली वेल. लाइक रैंडमली दे लैंडेड अप देयर. सो ट्राई.
And
तो
some
हर किसी
people
को
have
करना
been
है.
going to acting schools forever, and
Yeah.
they never manage
They
getting a break.
never, या कहीं ना कहीं तक तो खैर पहुंच गए होंगे क्योंकि मेहनत वेस्ट तो कभी नहीं जाती है. But yeah, that's what my message would be. And have faith in yourself and have the right approach. जब कोई चीज़ सही इंटेंशन से परस्यू करने की इच्छा होती है तो हमेशा सही डायरेक्शन में ही निकलता है.
Lovely. That's a lovely
That's
thought.
what I believe in. Have the right approach. Make sure that you have the right intention. And have faith and meditate. Even if you can take out 20 minutes to meditate, do that. It really helps you to know what you want to, what you want out of yourself, and to know yourself more
Yeah.
as a person who you are.
There's that famous quote by Dalai Lama, no? When somebody told him,
Yeah.
I don't have any time, all I can spare in. So he said, meditate for 10 minutes
Yeah,
at least in a day. He
exactly.
says, no, I don't have even 10 minutes. So then he said, then you should meditate for 20 minutes.
That's true. So when you feel कि आपके पास meditation के लिए time नहीं है, that is the point जहाँ पे आपको उसकी सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है. And 10-15 मिनट निकालना तो बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है दिन में, I feel. So yeah, it will really help you to center yourself and to kind of dig deeper and to know who you are.
Lovely, lovely. Finally, हमारी लिस्ट पूरी नहीं हुई. वीर ज़ारा पे I was so हमें वीर ज़ारा पे conversation शुरू हो गई.
One would be Veer
Veer
Zara,
Zara was number
second
one.
would be Dangal. I really liked Dangal. I really liked Amir Khan's performance, and it had the right message, I would say. And it was a quite motivational film. And even Maricom was pretty good.
Nice, nice.
Like nice, women oriented, motivational movies based on sports.
Yeah,
I love.
yeah. Let's just wait for it.
Yeah.
Let's go. These are volunteers, I think.
Yeah.
These voluntary teams have been going all over the ashram getting stuff. Bhai's been working very hard. He's been keeping everybody fed and watered.
Lovely.
And here we are at the inauguration stone of the ashram. The inauguration
Beautiful.
stone is right here, January 2020.
Beautiful.
There was some cottages here. 4 cottages were the first cottages to be built.
Okay.
And Funny used to come with tea in a van,
Uh-huh.
11 o'clock every morning. It was so much fun just hearing the van. We would all rush out for chai.
For
you know,
chai.
is
Chai.
like
I'm a big time
religion.
chai lover. It
You're
is.
also,
I love chai.
is it a
I
Delhi
love
thing? The chai thing?
I guess so.
It's a real Delhi thing, chai. Like Chanakya, he's part of our media team also. He
Hi,
loves coffee.
Chanakya. He's a coffee person.
Yeah, he's from the south, so he's a coffee person.
Lovely. That's amazing.
So yeah, so the way it's built up is amazing. You know, we start with 4 cottages here,
Yeah.
and people like Funny helping us out. Volunteers I mean, the way the volunteers have built this place, it's
I
just
can't
amazing.
agree to
It's
that.
just
I
amazing.
can't agree to
And
that.
how they
I
keep it
feel.
running.
Exactly.
It's volunteers who keep it running, who make
Exactly.
sure that everything happens on time and everything is in place, and
That's
it's just
true.
incredible how
That's
how motivated
How
somebody can be without any employment or monetary concern or something. Just out of the goodness of their hearts, they come
Yeah.
and they do the work here.
That's true. I can't agree to that anymore. So that's something I've literally seen.
It's like a big home, I guess, you know, where you chip in. If there's stuff to do in the kitchen, you go help out, you do some stuff.
I used to do that being a kid क्योंकि मैं meditation hall में नहीं जा पाती थी and I used to get bored. So I remember I used to clean the dishes
Wow.
in the kitchen. I used to serve sambar. I used to water stall पे भी मैं बहुत बार त्रिपुर में चारी जी का भंडारा I've some small
Yes,
small
yes.
memories of it. So I used to love doing that and yeah, that's true.
एंड कभी आपको ऐसा नहीं लगा जैसे अक्सर टीनेज में भी गो थ्रू दिस फेस के जो मेरे माँ बाप कर रहे हैं वो गलत है, उनको कुछ नहीं आता है, आई विल फाइंड माय ओन वे, बट योर मदर वाज ऑलवेज इनटू
She's always been a part of it. I would say there was some sort of disconnection in between for a while, for a couple of years when you're growing up, when you're
होता
figuring
ही है,
things
वो
out.
होता ही है, बिकॉज
But
दे
कभी
डू अ
ये
सर्टेन
नहीं
काइंड
लगा
ऑफ
कि
मेडिटेशन.
या ये नहीं लगा कि गलत है.
हाँ, ये लगा इट्स नॉट फॉर मी.
अभी नहीं करना. I need to figure other things out. अभी और चीजों पे फोकस करना है. अभी नहीं करना. कुछ बीच में साल थे ऐसे. I feel that's a time when you're
Did your
growing up.
mother force you at all in those
Never,
years?
never. She always used to ask me to meditate, like, come along with me. We'll go for a sitting together, let's meditate. Or whenever she should feel that I'm getting anxious, like, just meditate for 10 minutes. But she's never forced me for it. And yeah, that's the best part, I feel, to let the
Because-
kid decide
Yeah.
what.
Parents are often in a dilemma, you know, कि बच्चा नहीं कर रहा है, हमें पता है ये अच्छी चीज है, बच्चा is not meditating. They force them
My
into
mother,
it.
she's been very clear that she knows I can't force you for anything, me and my brother. So she's been very clear on that. I can ask you, you have the opportunity, करना है करो, नहीं करना है तो फिर तुम ही परेशान रहोगे. So that has never been the case. Free will थी हमेशा से.
And now I suppose, you know, a lot of kids when they grow up, they suddenly feel thankful for.
Absolutely. I was just having this conversation with one of the Abhyasis. She's almost in her late 50s and she recently joined and she's having a wonderful experience. And she said she's the first one from her family. And that's what I was discussing it with her, that just feeling good that I can, bring this change in my family and future generation ko help milegi. So I feel I'm blessed that my mother has been a part of it and I've been surrounded by this atmosphere from a young age. So I really feel grateful for that I had the opportunity. इधर उधर नहीं जाना पड़ा, भटकना नहीं पड़ा. I had it.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you so much and wish you all the best
Thank
in
you,
your
sir.
future endeavors and your career.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing you more often in Kana.
For sure.
It's a 1 hour flight from Mumbai.
Yes, 1 hour 20 minutes.
1 hour 20 minutes.
Yes, it's
so you're
a
close
short.
by.
Yes, I'm very, very, very close, and I travel to Hyderabad often for work. So I'll make sure whenever I come here next, I stay here for.
Sure, sure. It'll be lovely to have.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank you so
so
much.
much.
Thank you.